Hi, and welcome back to the Serendipitous Crafter. Gracie here. And today is December 13th for my next day for the Sweet Pea Papers collaboration by Teri. So it's Teri's Crafty Christmas. It's second annual collab. And I have another project for you. And I think you've, by this time, you know the drill of all the collaborators, and the link tree below has all the links to all our videos. So much quicker to access and find everybody's video. And all the information is in the description box. There's prizes that are being donated if you enter the giveaways. And one of my prizes, I'll be one of the creators that are providing a prize. And so there's like 31 giveaway prizes. And also be sure to look out for Teri's video from December 1st. She explains it in detail. We have our calendar, but there's been some adjustments to this calendar. I've been added for the 29th. I'll be back on the 29th of December for another video, another project using another digital kit. So there's so many beautiful digital kits, so creative, very inspiring to work with. And so today's project, I am using, so the digital I'm using is from Cheryl's Crafts, and her kit's called Frosted Morris Christmas, which does give a Morris kind of look now that I think about it. Duh. So that's Cheryl's Crafts shop there. And she's listed in the link tree, but I'll also, if I remember, I'll also add her individually at the bottom. Now, I don't know where I'm getting this shadow that I wasn't getting before. The this bar right here. It's not my cord. My lighting is maybe a little off today. Let me see if I turn this off. It'll make a difference. Makes it a little darker, but there's no shadows. Maybe it's, if I can. Yeah, it's from the light. Bear with me. There we go. It's a little bit better. Sorry about that. Always technology. It was working before. I don't move the lamp and all of a sudden it's not working. So this is her kit. I've already started fussy cutting. I'll show you some of the pages. This is one page with little squares on it. This one has, I think she calls these ATCs on the sheet. And so this was all in one page. And this is like a bluish, it's not coming out the same on camera, not too well. It's like a turquoise blue. It's so pretty, very pretty. And here on camera, it's muted. The colors are a little bit muted. And here are some corner pockets, right? These are some some like filing cards. There's two for a page on that. And then there's these kind of size bookmarks that can use as belly bands. That's four on a page. And then she has these envelopes that you build your own envelope. So we'll be using like most of these items. That's why they're all fussy cut. Okay. And then some of the background pages we have are these. Like, just beautiful. What a, like, couldn't believe it. Let's just say I'm glad I'm doing multiple videos so I can play with all these digital kits. And, okay, so I'll continue with showing all the, it's because I kind of have them in a particular order, I'd say. So I don't mix myself up. because this kit is actually a very large kit. I didn't count the pages, but there's a lot of pages. So I wanted to create something to use most of it. So it meant like some kind of journal, and I just didn't want to create any type of journal. So, oh, and this is like a library pocket design. So I really found that cute. So I went in with the library card. So I got that cut out. And this is one of the envelopes. So you can use. And then she has some faux washi strips as well. So I'm not sure if I'm going to be using those, but I cut some of them. Okay. And then this is more of her background pages. Collage. And these are the tall. So she has tall pages. These are journal pages, tall pages, and your regular journal pages. So you can do two types of journals, you know, like the tall ones. So I'm doing something similar to that, and I couldn't resist. This one is so beautiful, blown up. Definitely using it. The background pages as we went through, and these are the regular. I'm just going to put this underneath. These are the regular journal pages. And so I already started folding. So this was like a full page, and I double-sided printed. Trying to get that all in camera. And here we have another one, double-sided. And I'll show you what I did with that, because as you notice, it's a little shorter because my journal or my thing is a little smaller. So what I did was I actually shrunk it to fit an 8x10. So our paper here in Canada, US, it's 8.5 by 11, but I shrunk it to an 8x10 format, and it gave me the perfect size for what I want to do. So these are my journaling pages, my journal pages, sorry, along with these. I know, so many, right? Then we have this one. This is like a jewel, like a turquoise jewel. It's like one of my favorite colors. My bedroom has that color. My bedroom walls. And then we have a house scenery. And there's some written pages as well. Snow globe. Like, she thought of everything. And this scene as well, beautiful. I got it printed both sides. We got the candle, printed both sides, little floral. Let's just say I think I used up a lot of my ink. Go. And then there's postcards. So I printed them out because I just love postcards. So I don't know if I'm going to use them. I might use a couple to put in pockets, but they're super cute. Like, you can't resist. And I didn't print on the back side of those. I probably should print on the back side of those. She also has quotes, Christmas quotes from all sorts of authors. So really like that. And there's more than 25. So if you wanted to do an advent calendar with some quotes on each day or each pocket, this would be a great idea. I was like debating between an advent calendar and a trifold folio is what I'm doing. Trifold ephemera pack. But with all these things, I was like, well, maybe I'll do an ephemera pack folder. And so there's some words, and then she has some, I guess, journaling cards, we would call it, but there's like story book titles or songs, gifts. Like, you got these type of pockets, some more cards, more cards with the framing. Like, it's just a gorgeous kit. And we have this one. This one I printed out specifically to do something specific with it. And I'm warning you now, this is going to be a long video because I'm only 10 minutes in and I haven't finished flipping the her kit. I think I printed that one double because I have something I want to do with it. We have this one with journaling at the back. Oh, I already went through the stack. That's why it looks familiar. Oh boy, don't mind me. It's been a week. I keep hoping it's Friday and like finally tomorrow's Friday when I'm videotaping this, that is. I think I'll start from maybe here. I'll just put this together. Okay, and this is extra stuff. Okay. And right, I want to show you what the base is. So our base today is a file folder. And I think I might have to zoom a little out. Don't mind the messy desk. You know, holidays, we're doing all sorts of projects. This is what happens. There we go. And so this is a regular 8.5, I guess, US size by, well, this is 11.5 by, honey, I already took it. If you include the tab, by 9.5 type of file folder. And I'll say that this was inspired by Alyssa from Berry Little Paper Crafter, and it's called a Trifold Folio Ephemera Holder. So mine's sort of a trifold, but I'm doing I'll include her video because she explains it very well. And I did a little, and you can do so many renditions of it. Hers folded in this way, and she closed this off. I don't even think this is in her front part anyway, because I wanted a journal in mine, and hers her flap was a side tuck, like was a pocket instead. But I wanted to put a journal inside, so some journaling pages. So mine is going to have a journal right here, and then the rest is going to be pockets and little tucks. And this might go over, and it can go in. So depending how the user wants to use it, right? And then tying it around with a closure. I hadn't thought about the closure yet. I thought a little bit ahead of time with this because I do take time to think about things. And so I decided that this one was going to stay completely open to have other things here or just a display, because I plan on using that beautiful image that we saw. Now my issue is going to be looking for the papers I want to use, right? Oh, here we go. So I wanted to put this dead center right here, right? And then that'll be folded over, and then you will open it and say, surprise. The only thing is, I don't want to cover it too much with pockets. So I just thought of that. Yeah. Maybe I can do like hidden, kind of just cut slits and just, you know, you can hide some things in. But this is like copy paper that I printed on, so it's not as sturdy. So we got to be careful. Maybe we can just like reinforce the opening, and that way it won't be too bad. So I need to like fussy cut all of this around, sort of thing. But I want to show you what I have so far for the journal part and what that's going to look like. So that's one. I'm just flipping through my things here. So this one, so there's going to be a mixture of the tall and the regular size, because you can totally fit a tall. At first I was going to cut the folder, but then I was like, I don't need to, because I have enough room for all the way around pretty much. I might, you know, maybe cut a little sliver. So before we continue, let's just go through the folding part. So, so this is your file folder, right? We got a tab here, and this, it depends where your tab is. So if you get a top tab and you want to do it my way, then you need to have a tab on top here. Alyssa, in her video, her tab was at the bottom, so it was kind of, it's different how you fold it. And so for mine, I flipped it over this way. So now the tab is on the bottom, and it's already folded in half. It already has a fold. And now we're going to bring this over and bring the tab to the side here and do that fold. Okay. And because I want a journal in it, I created a little gusset, a little spine here. And this is about 1/4 of an inch by looking at. Yeah, it's about 1/4 of an inch, I'd say. But I'm actually using, you know how these file folders have these pre-made scored folds here? I used one of those to do my fold. So it was about 1/4 of an inch. So that's what I did. But on this side, they don't have those folds. So I had to do the scoring of that to match this side, because I didn't want, I wanted to have room to close, right? On both sides. I could have actually made this a little wider now that I think of it, because so it could accommodate that, but I think we'll be okay. And so we were right here. So we fold this here. We do our gusset here. And then I originally, so to do the fold for this one, I went out at least 1/4, like this is bigger than 1/4 of an inch. I don't really measure stuff. This I think is 1/2 an inch now, like maybe not 1/2 an inch. Let me see if this one's, it looks like 1/4 of an inch, and this maybe is 1/8 of an inch. So I created some space here, right? Because I didn't want it to rub, you know, the closing and stuff. So I did leave some space here, and then did one line, scored one line, and then scored another line. So you need to score 2 lines. And see, when you close, you have that, oops, sorry, you have that gap. So you have this little spine, plus you have a little gap. So it's not butting against the folder. So that one went that way. And that's pretty much the fold. It really is, right? It's just pretty much the fold. Okay, so for our interior, for the journal part, and I'll just put some pages together. I don't think this one counts. No, this one doesn't count. So if you print regular, I always have a white border. So this is when I regularly print, but this is not going to fit my folio, right? Let's just show you here. It doesn't fit, okay? So I shrunk it to an 8 by 10, and it has that like 1/2 an inch all the way around about to cut off, like all of that to make the thing. And then I fold it. And I fold it in half first so I can have an exact straight line. And then I cut around the white part. And then I'm going to be gathering all my signatures. So let's see where, oh, here it is. So basically, we're going to be doing this, right? And I'll be maybe alternating it. I haven't decided yet. So folding this together. And it comes out to the perfect size after you cut it. And so that one's going to go in there. And so this one too. Like that. So I got a couple of pages. So I think I have, let's see, 1, 2, 3 of these. Oh, and I got the Christmas tree. I just had to use the Christmas tree. So we got 4. And then the tall ones, we have 1. No, that's not the tall one. We have 1, 5 with this one. So 5 pages of the regular journal, 2, 3, 4, 5 of the tall. Yeah. For the journal part. So this is the same thing. I'm just going to fold it in half, and then I'm going to cut my white borders. I actually don't think they actually look that bad, the white borders. I can do like a gold marker and create a little frame around it if I wanted to, because the gold goes with the kit. It's actually like, it really, I think I want this way. But it'll take some time to do that as well, instead of just cutting them off. So yeah, so 5 of each. So we'll have 10 journaling spaces, 10 journaling pages, I should say. And I'll see how that fits. We might have to subtract. 10 might be a little much for one signature in this little journal. So I'm not sure. I'm not sure if I was using this one for... I think I was, because I printed it on both sides. But I'll double check before I fold it. So yeah, so I'm going to gather all this up and start putting this together. So I also, since we do have a border, because I don't want to cut off any tabs or anything like that. So we do have like kind of, you know, it's not an exact science, right? An exact size. So I either wait and cut it off after, like we do sometimes, or I put some decorative background and collage, like have some strips in the background, sort of like that. But there really isn't that much by the time you're done with it. Like it's a little strip to have that border. So things I want to think about. So then I'm going to paste that on, and this is just regular copy paper onto the file folder. And yeah, and then I'm just going to use like glue stick. Glue stick will work really well. And I'm going to decorate all the sides with the digitals. And on the inside, I had already chosen all my papers, and that's why there's this pretty much specific ones that I've chosen. And I think like this one I had chosen for here to kind of go and like continue off here. And I only did the single-sided of them. So, yeah. So I'm going to be working on that, and we'll see you back in just a couple of seconds. Okay, so I'm going to do the front part, and I'm going to put like a camouflaged pocket. So I printed out, this is copy paper, but this is cardstock, because I want to create a pocket here. And you see how it's kind of camouflaged? You wouldn't know unless you have something in there. I love doing these types of pockets, and I think it'd be perfect for this journal. And I'm actually going to glue some gussets, so on the sides too, so it's a little raised. It will give the effect that there's something there, but heck, there's going to be stuff in the pocket anyway, so it's just the kind of thing. And so the way I'm going to do this is I want to create... I'm going to measure here just to the edge, but I'm going to leave like a little border. Oh, and I did cut a bit of the top here. It was about, I'd say, 1/2 inch. I measured it with how long I wanted the border around and that sort of thing, and the other long, tall pages inside. So I'm going to cut this just a little smidget before, which is about here, I think. So I'm going to do that. So I'm going to glue this piece first. I'm hoping this is straight. Even with a cutter, I cannot cut a straight line to save my life. So we're going to glue this here. I'm going to allow it to fold. And then I'm going to glue this piece here. And so it has kind of a continuation of the picture anyway. And this I might leave, or I might put some of that faux washi that came with the kit. And I went through and I distressed all my pages that I was using with salvage patina. So, and it's basically a perfect match to what this color is. It's the salvage patina, to give you an idea of the coloring, right? Okay, here we go. We're starting to get some stuff done here. I'm using glue stick, and I'm going to start like a little area at a time. That's how I do glue long pages, and I use a lot of glue. I just like really glue down those edges. So I'm going to do about half of the sheet and get it where I want it, because this way it's much easier to get where you want a full page like this, rather than yeah. I'm going to take my bone folder and just spread it. Make sure that all of that gets down. And then I'm going to take care of the bottom portion now. So it's easier to glue down a half a page than it is a full-size page. And I bring it up a bit just to make sure everything's going to be glued. And just so I don't do a fold line, I'm just going to glue it on here directly. We might have to go back and glue some spots if it didn't go all the way. Like that. And just it's sticky. I'm just going to take the bone folder down with it so it gets an even adherence. Not too bad. It's a little crooked, but that's okay. Like just a smidgen. We can fix that. I can put some fabric on the side, because this side's not being covered per se. And so we can do that like that. And then on this side, we're going to glue down this one and try to align it as much as possible. There we go. Okay, so I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to glue a good part of the top. Sometimes I do the whole sheet, sometimes I don't, but I find it's easier to get precise lines of what you're doing. So I'm just making sure. And done. See how easy that can get stuck to it? Oh, I want to line my moon. There we go. I think that's good. Beautiful page. There you go. And now we're going to make the gusset for the top piece here. And I think this is lifting a bit. Let's put a little bit of glue. Sorry, it's kind of hard to get this all on the same screen, on the full screen. There we go. I really like that. Okay, so my next piece is getting some cardstock. Now, I'm wondering if I have an extra piece. I think I'll use this. I decided not to use this this calendar for my December planner. So I'm just gonna, you won't see this part. And I usually take, I think, an inch, let's try this, an inch, and then go halvesies, or maybe a little more than that. I think that's like the same. I was gonna just score that in the middle. I think the pattern was getting me confused there. Where's my little score that I can use? Oh, this is gonna be more tricky. There we go. Okay. I'll just do a line in the middle. And this is just to help fold. So I'm just creating a gusset. And let me see if this is going to be, I should have cut it the other way. Okay, well, we'll use this one as the side pieces, and I'll get something else to do. The side piece. So, and then I just take the measurement. And the second one. I'm just like kind of all eyeballing it. And I do, hold on. Let's turn it this way. And I like to do the edges so they don't interfere. Something like that. Right? Like a little gusset. And then I'm going to use, I'm going to do a longer strip, which now I got to find another piece of cardstock. You know, when you think you have all sorts of paper, and you don't. I'll be right back. Oh. No, I'll use a misprint. Always handy. Okay, so pretty much the same. I think that was about half an inch that I did. Oh, maybe it was more than half an inch. It doesn't have to be perfect. There's go. Make sure we're gluing it on the right side that we want. The pocket. And I like using gussets because it makes the pocket a bit looser and allows to hold either thicker stuff or just more in general. There we go. And I usually make them thicker because they're easier to glue, but here we go. And I probably can cut it a little bit more, make that shorter. I'm going to glue these first. These two down first. And then I'll match them up. Oh, I'm a little out of frame there. Sorry about that. And I'm using my Aleene's tacky glue, since it's cardstock to cardstock. So it can, I'm just going to bring that up so I can see. And right to the edge. And I'll do the same thing with this one. It's not this one. Like, I don't know, did I change this? That seems about right. Let me see. There we go. Okay, no, we want to go in this direction. The direction sometimes puts me off on the measuring side. There we go. It doesn't have to be exact. And we're just gonna butt it up. There we go. And then we're going to put this other one right here. And it's a little short. It's going to leave a little, quite a bit of a gap. I think I'm just going to recut it. Yeah, I kind of cut a bit too much of that. And I'm going to make it wider. And that's, I don't get how I did that crooked, and I'm using a cutting board, right? Only me. Oh, you're gonna score by this, like way off. But good thing that doesn't really. Good thing that doesn't really matter. I'm just cutting here. A little quiet because I need to concentrate. There we go. I think that'll be good. Oh, it's still a little. Yeah. Yeah, let's get her down. And that we're doing the right side. Yeah. Just do a little bit. Okay. Put some glue down. So I figure also this would be, if you want to gift, especially a junk journal, you can gift them the, make the project, the folio, and then stuff it with all the extras, or even add some more of it to it. And that could be a really good gift. And they can create with it, use the folio to document what they want to document. Makes a really good gift. There we go. All right. So now we're going to put it on our piece here. So it will just go like that on there. There we go. So now, yeah, I like that. Okay. So let's, I was actually thinking of putting brads to decorate it a bit. I can either go right through or, oh no, can't go right through. I would have to go through this layer and then it would be hidden in behind. But it might create some bulk. Where's my, I think I had it over here. So what I'm thinking I can do, or even can put an eyelet in all the way through to put like a dangle. I don't know. I haven't thought it through. I can use these tiny ones. These tiny ones wouldn't create too much bulk. I can use the kind of brassy ones if I can get the, and I would only put it on 2 corners. So this one and this one. Let me try what it'll look like. The brass ones actually might blend in too much. Okay. Oh. Okay, so I'm gonna use a poking tool. There we go. I'm just gonna go for it. Doesn't really matter where I put it. See, this is like me just thinking on the fly. I didn't even cross my mind when I was planning this. So that's a bit how I kind of work. I try to have the stuff printed and some of the stuff cut ahead of time, but it doesn't always work that way. Okay, I'm not gonna this one up. I'm just gonna do it this way. Yeah, I like that. Okay, let's see the bottom one. I think I'm gonna put it underneath the flaps. It looks like it's and I don't even know if that's, I'm just eyeballing this. I'll bring it up to the camera once I'm done, because these are really tiny. I like hardly even see the prongs. There we go. Okay, so there we go. I really like that. And it's a nice little subtle texture. And I love adding that stuff. Okay, so let's get some, let me just put these away. Otherwise, they're probably going to fall off my desk. There we go. Okay, let's take the glue down our flaps. Get this glued. Okay. And here's the stressful moment. Start with the corner to corner, kind of on an angle. and then bring in the flap. And I got a couple of like minutes for this to kind of glue, and then I can move it around a bit, but that's about it. I think I'm down, and she's down. Okay, so I'm gonna get my bone folder and just do that. And make sure there's no glue kind of sleeping out. And there you have it. And we got a nice little pocket all along the side. And it's, as you see, it's kind of wide. So, and then at least this flap folds in and it'll hold it in, which is perfect. So I actually need that. I'll keep that little gusset just in case. And there we go. And, you know, if we really want to get fancy, you can kind of do the same thing on the other side. And so that it has another pocket, or where I do something with the tree, kind of like a split. I don't know. I might actually do that, or just the do the corner here, because I could have followed this corner and just made it like a little scoop, little tuck there. We'll see. I'll decide that later. I want to see if we can get another page down for the inside cover, and I'll show you my signatures. I've cut and inked them, and so then they fit nicely in here. It's not too thick, and it'll close really well. So, and these are what I chose, the order. Just do a little flippy through, and I staggered the pages so it can even out the thickness as well, so it's not all in the center. And I left that for the middle, and I might do something special in the middle there for that, but that's going to be that, and I'll be sewing that in once I get all the file folder covered. So, and now the file folder, the inside is pretty much doing the same thing. And I was thinking, so my back page is these houses here. So I figured that would be okay. That would be a nice, I fold. See, this one was supposed to be, it wasn't supposed to, it was supposed to be a background page, but I did the fold. You kind of see the line, but I might put something there so it's not so obvious. I might actually do like, let me see. You can choose one of these strips here. And if I do that, it can be kind of a little side pocket that doesn't go all the way down. These are like snow men, but snow people. But could do that. Kind of like maybe cut it a little. It can go into here, but I would have to cut it a bit. I would have to cut a bit because I don't want to cover the snow lady. I don't know. I'm not quite sure. So, oh, I almost forgot. Oh, jeez. That wouldn't have been. There's another little thing I wanted to do. Okay, before we do that, I'm gonna, because it's supposed to go in the signature, and it's gonna go in the middle. Now it kind of ruins my Christmas tree in the middle, though. I was gonna take this, and it was gonna become a pocket page. So, a little pocket page in the middle. But now, I can still do it here. but it'll be, oh, I know. No, I can't do that. I can do one of them like that, and then the other one I can try to do a, yeah, because I only have one center page, and my one center page, I want it to have, yeah, I might have to rethink that. Yikes. So it would be like more, more of a spot to put some ephemera in, like some little squares or something you can put in there. But I might have to just do a kind of a side thing on one of the pages, or even up here. Yeah, okay. Never mind that. You see how, yeah, it's a lot of thinking. And we're already on another portion of 30 minutes to this video. And me contemplating all of this. And so we also have, maybe I make the inside here. And then this continues over here. Like continues. This one's a little more faded. As you can tell the difference. So I don't like that. This was another option, was to do the collage sheets all across, and that way it's just a continuum of like mix match, which I think I like. So I think I'm going to print another one like this so I can cover all the inside the same. Yeah, I think I like that. So we'll have two snow globes. I had a plan for the snow globe for the front, but I don't know. All right. Well, since I'm a little undecisive at the moment, which is always the case, I can even do these. These could be a little bit more, not generic, but like it blends better. I know I have a second one like this. Man, I can't find it. Oh, here it is. But I think, yeah, if I want to do that, I'd print a second one and do it all even across would be the best thing. And then I can add pockets like I want in it, which would be good. So I think that's what I'm going to do. And I'm going to stagger it like I did the front. And it'll just have the continuation on across the page. All right. I'll be back in a bit, and I'll have, and you know, it's the same thing process that I'm going to do that I did with you here with the front. And covering the page and, you know, that sort of technique. And then I'm just going to do it for the rest of it. So if I do anything different, I'll come back on and show things. And then maybe we can do all the pockets and stuff together. And then I have the back and such to cover too as well. So I'll be back in a sec. Okay. So I've been busy. It's taken me quite a bit of time to get to this point. So I think the last time where we left off, the folder was all blank. There was no decorations or anything. So I'll give you a bit of a sneak peek of that. You'll notice I have some things kind of prepped of where I want pockets and some embellishments and that sort of thing. So, so I thought we'd do that together. And so here we have the background page. I did this here, and if you'll notice, that's the thing I don't really like about using file folders and keeping the tabs and putting digitals on top is sometimes it can get rough around the edges. But we're gonna fix that, and obviously you can do all sorts of ideas. You can like make it a straight line even instead of keeping the tab. But I like the tab, and anyway, what it is. And I also, you can also put like a little trim here as well. So, but I figured what I would do is use this to camouflage that and use these like as a tab extra with it. So we'll do that together. And then we have here, so this is some pockets I'm going to glue on. This was another thing. I wanted to do something different here, but I ran out of ink and ran out of time. So I couldn't, like, I still don't have ink. So, and this video has, like, this is like the night before. I want this video up on its day. So anyway, I thought of something else. And here I put this, so for the inside, I put like just plain background. Well, not plain, but the digital backgrounds instead. And so they're all like kind of not matchy, but it's like it goes together and that sort of thing. And I just put here a pocket. I glued on one of the tags from the kit, and these are the bookmarks where I decided this is where they would go. And these, I'm going to be putting these envelopes. So there's envelopes included. So I'm just going to glue that together and make it into pockets. And they're going to be fairly, like, you're going to be able to put quite a bit of few things in there because they got the gussets. So that's going to go like that. And then I also have, I wanted one of these to be kind of centerfold here. So I'm doing that. And I love the library card idea. And so I'm putting it here. And this is where the signature is going to go of the papers, right here. And I don't know if I showed you how all of these are put together, but we'll do that. And then this part, this flip, is like this. We did this pocket together. And so we can put quite a few things in there. So I really like that pocket. And I also made this one. And this one's a skinny card, of course. So I made that one. And I really like that effect. And I also put another brad on the corner here. Wait a second. I don't think you saw that. Right one there. So I got it on 3 corners, not on 4. I almost put another one here, like another pocket, but I found, I don't know, this is starting to break up the image a bit. So I just left it that way. And I don't want to kind of screw up my stuff here. And here we go. And then at the back, I used the collage paper. I really like the snow globe. And I really wanted to, and I'm still going to do it. I'll add some stickles just to kind of give it some shine here, but maybe glossy accents, but it has to dry. So I can't do it. I have to do it towards the end of the video type of thing. And these, I'm just going to put these 2 corner pockets here so you can put some cards. And I think I'm going to leave it like that. I don't know if I'm going to put anything up there. But yeah, so that's what we're doing. We're going to assemble the rest of it, and hopefully it won't take too long. And that we can get everything done all in one scoop here. So I pretty much worked on a few hours of, putting everything together and then deciding what pockets I was going to put and that sort of thing. And I know, well, I like to always see how it all comes together, even though we know it's like gluing down pockets and that sort of thing, but it's always nice to see, I think. So here we go. Make sure I'm in screen. This one's a much taller kind of folio journal than I usually make. And then I'm putting this one on the inside, but I'm only going to glue the bottom. I'm not going to glue anything here because I want to use the capacity of the bigger pocket. So yeah, I think I'm just going to maybe not even glue the top. I think I'm just going to glue the bottom. I've really enjoyed using this kit. It really is beautiful, beautiful colors. I don't know, like it's one of my favorite colors. It's not my common color for Christmas, but it really does come all together really nicely. I really, really like it. Okay, so we're done with that, and we're going to do this nice complicated one. And this is basically putting a pocket here and using two journaling cards. Well, these are ATCs from her kit, and I'm going to camouflage this. And I just want to, so at the same time, I don't want to see the back. I don't want to see the white back, so that's why on top of it I'm going to be gluing, like it's going to go into a little bit into the pocket, which is okay. And I'll glue that together like that. And so that's what we're going to do. And I could leave it in, yeah, and it'll hide that, like I can bring the, yeah, so I'm going to bring it up to the edge. No, that's going to pass the, I just want to make sure. Let me just bring this up a bit. So I just want to make sure I'm getting it covered. So I'm just going to do this first. Baby steps, right? I think it's going to show up on the other side, this white part. I wanted to put it right to the bottom, but I don't think that's going to work. Because my main concern is that flap there. It's going to be a weird corner, but I can fix that with a piece of fabric, and I think that's what I'm going to do. So let's just glue her down. This is actually covering, yeah, I think I had originally thought of it here. But okay, let's just do this. We'll just put a little bead of glue so it doesn't take too much of our pocket. Oh. Okay. I just realized the glue from this side. So that's okay. I'm just going to go for it and glue it. As long as it's straight. And then I'm going to glue this down like that. Whether or not I think I wanted the tree on the inside, but that's okay. And I'm going to just match those up, and then we'll ink, and it'll cover all that up. And actually, I might just leave this as a pocket. That way, we'll have a little kind of secret pocket in there. Okay. And I'll trim that. And then this one is just, it'll go in there as a safekeeping. Okay, so I'll let that dry a bit before I cut that piece around there. Let's do this one. And this one happened that it really got mucked up by glue, and I don't have a glue eraser. I should invest in one. So we're just going to glue. I'm just going to glue that down. These are the little squares in the kit. Those come in really handy, I must say. They're good for little tabs and stuff. And I wanted to put another one. Where's my little glue sheet? So I'm making them into little paper tabs. There's so much more I wanted to do with this folio. I feel like it's going to be a little sort of unfinished. And that decorates the tab too. I really like that. And then we're going to put a see-through pocket right here. And I thought I was going to, I think I'm going to bring it down so we can see her face. But you're going to see the face because it's a see-through pocket. I really love these. And I got these on Amazon. You get a big package, and I honestly didn't think I was going to even crack a dent into the package, but I'm already running low. I love these. They're so easy, and I love that you don't cover your image, and you can see through what you put in the pocket as well. So just like to demonstrate. I have some tags that I need to cut, but you see, we can just put that in there, and it's all cute. Really like that. And up here, I planned a little belly band, so that's what we're gonna do. It'd be good for the tags or the long bookmarks too. That would work well here. Try to center that as much as possible. Like I wanted to add some like trim and some pieces of fabric, but I haven't even kind of dug anything out that would be that would go well with this kit. But just to give you ideas. There we go. I think a couple of seconds. And then this one's done. So yeah, like this is like really great for these big postcards. And that's really cute. You can hold quite a bit of things in there. Maybe you can hold some of your Christmas cards that you get in the mail. Let's do the envelope. So I just assemble it like this. Really easy. And then I'm just going to, and you can use it as an envelope too. And put it in and tuck it in a pocket, and you have like a special, something like a special little envelope. But I'm going to use these two as pockets, because that's the primary purpose of this folio, is to keep your ephemera, to journal with. You have a little journal that we have that to use it as a journal. I'll do the bottom one first so I can, and I'm coming down as like really low. Like I'm not batching the paper. I'm coming down a little lower because I think I like it at a lower point. So now we're gonna just glue this together. So just the three sides. I'm trying not to put too much, like really more on the edge. So it doesn't take too much room, and then it'll just slide right in there, I think. I don't like the items will just slide right in there. And just press that down a bit. I love this envelope. So cute. And again, you can easily tuck something in there. Okay, and we'll do the same for the top. And I'll try to align it with the bottom pretty much. And then, you know, this will be good for some, for tall things as well. And I want to leave some room for the top for tallish things. There we go. Yeah, and I could embellish it, like put some trim here just to kind of give it some, you know, to soften the lines, but totally not necessary. So there we go. Okay, now let's move a bit over here. Oh, my light. I just noticed there's a shadow again. There we go. Hope that's not too dark. I got to glue this one first. And I have also this little kind of flap surprise I wanted to make. And this will be good for some bulky items too. I really like doing the gussets because it gives a lot more room. Yeah, the definitely need more light because I know there's the shadow, but I think it's better with more light. That way down. And then this little flap is, I just put some of the faux washi that came with the kit. And I'm just going to do a little flippy flap right there. And you can like put a sticker or a little message. And I was actually thinking, oh, they did fall. Oh, they didn't fall. The quotes that came with the kit. The chime of musical bells as we go over the snow. There's one in here. It's Christmas in the heart that puts Christmas in the air. I really like that one. So, well, it just fits. So we can do that. Or maybe I'll just trim it a little bit. I can even like make it square because there we go. So many scraps. Well, these are like garbage. These are garbage scraps. Okay. So we're going to glue this down. And I think I'm going to use just the glue stick because this is just copy paper. And put that like that. Make sure that doesn't stick to that. And I'm just going to stick that right there. There we go. Use my phone folder to do that, but there we go. And then that just flips down that way. And then you can add, and that'll go down, and add whatever in there. And then this, I'm going to make into a corner pocket because we have this, you know, so things can fit and you know, and we can put more, like I want to put more back here. And so what I did with I lined it a bit with the full washi that she had strips and glued the pockets together. There we go. So I'm just going to put, to make it a corner tip as well. I'm going to try not to come too close to the edge here because we're going to be sewing in the signatures, or the signature, the papers. Make sure that sound, this one's a little thicker. Okay, so that's done there. This one I'm going to, I should definitely get my little scissors. And that's why I think what happened with, sorry if I shook the camera, with the tab is I didn't bother to get up to get the, my little fussy cut stick scissors to really go around the corner. So if I had done that, I'm pretty sure I would have had a better precision cut on the tab part, which is fine. It's all good. This one has a little bit more on this side. Good. Okay. Well, that's pretty much this one. And it's not, it's just a scrap. So now if we take our signature, so I'll flip through it because I'm not sure I actually showed you all of that. So here we go. This one, I think I'm just going to put a bead of glue and kind of make it like a little pop out. But I'm going to do that after it's sewn. And so these are the pages I chose. Oh, right. I have some pockets and some things that I wanted to glue down inside the journal as well. So I'll do that while we're flipping through. So I apologize for the long video because this sequence is already at 25 minutes. But you can watch it in pieces. That's what I do at long videos. I love long videos because they're good while you're crafting your own stuff and you just need kind of the background noise, or you just like, for me, sometimes I'm just in bed watching videos. This one I wanted to do a little text spot. And this is, I didn't put any gussets in this one. Because now that we're in the journal part, it'll get bulky, right? If we put those added thicker gussets and stuff. So you can do some of these flat type of pockets. And I have plenty of those too. There's plenty of these, right? So we can put them a little everywhere, or you can also use them as journaling cards. And I have some tags, but I don't think I cut all the tags out. There we go. And the writing ones, well, I won't cover those. And so here I have another one, another pocket that's a gusset. Sometimes things will fall out because these are loose. These are like larger. So that's why you got to fill them up. Okay, so let's put that down. Should be good. I always like to put my bone folder in and just to make sure that stuff is kind of glued in. So then continue. See, this I wanted to put some stickles on and stuff, but I think I'll do it after it's sewn. And they, like, all the papers are so well decorated that, I mean, I can put another pocket here, but I think, you know, leaving it, and that's why I wanted to put all the ephemera in here, and the person can actually put as they want. Oh, I think I was going to put this here, and then this is cute, and it has a pocket peeking through. So let's do that. I'll do that here. That wasn't even planned. I just noticed that it did that. I don't know if the flap is supposed to be on the outside or the inside. Oh. And I just, you'll notice I just stapled the tab on it, a tab on this one. So I like the look of staples, and this is the mini stapler. Not the mini stapler, what do you call it? Tim Holtz tiny attacher, that's it. Okay, that's there. And that's it. So now we're going to bind in our signatures. I'm going to put paper clips in so it can hold it together. Now, I don't typically show my signatures on camera, like the sewing of signatures on camera, because it gets a little tricky to and with the camera and stuff, kind of hard to show how to do it like that. Like, I commend the ones that have shown us how to do this. And I actually wanted a 5-hole pamphlet stitch, but I've never done one. So I don't know how it's going to work. So I'm just going to remove some of these things because I think that's pretty much what I had stuffed in it. Yeah. And then I'm going to go ahead and sew that in there, because a 3-hole for a long thing like this might not be enough. Okay, so and it has to be in the center. Okay, well, I'm going to just eyeball this. Where's my... Oh, I just saw it here not very long ago. Here we go. And I think I'm going to use brown. I like showing off the... so 1, 2... I'm going to do 3 on this one. And I don't want it to be too thick of a needle. And I use linen wax thread. Okay. So let's see if I can eyeball it. So it's really going in dead center with the with the 1/4 inch that we did. Let's try that. And I don't mind if it gets kind of curved. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. So I'm gonna go for the 5. Okay. And now I'm going to take the signature, and I'm just going to pretty much, I wish I had a pencil though. That way I can, kind of put it out even. I'm pretty much going to be eyeballing this because, yeah, as you can see, I don't know where the holes are. Let me see. I haven't tried this before. Okay, who says I was actually going to see the holes? There we go. Where are we? No, it's there. Somewhere in here. There we go. Okay, I need to. Okay, don't do as I'm doing, as I'm showing here, because it's. There we go. That's one. Oh, that's close enough. This one was pretty close to the edge, actually. Oops. And I might actually miss a few of the pages. I think of it. All right. Did I get that one? No, I didn't do that one. Oh, no. Somewhat. I think I'm just getting tired and wanting to get this done. Now, I haven't really done a 5-hole pamphlet stitch, so I'm not sure I'm doing this right. But, you know, signatures, you can take them out and redo them. These papers can be reprinted. I usually have my pliers so I can pull out the needles. I got my pliers in there. Okay. Okay, and then I'm going to bring it over to the top. I'm hoping it's going to finish inside. So I like to have my signatures, my bows on the inside part. Okay, okay, and then what? And then bring it over here, in here, and then, oh yeah, I think that's gonna work. Oops. Okay, we gotta open this. Did I not make a hole in this one? Yes, I did. Okay. Okay, so I need to pull a little more on this one. Oh, okay, and it, like, I think I didn't, I misestimated how much thread I needed. Okay, a little bit more. There we go. I think that'll be enough. And then we'll go through this one. There we go. And it's getting tighter now, so it's can't see the holes as well. Oh, ow! Be a little crumpled. It's okay. That's the first time we crumpled paper. That. Oh, I just pulled it again. Okay. And we're going to come through the center and try not to split the thread. Oh, okay. Oh, we got that done. Wow. Okay, and I'm just going to make sure. There's the little thingy, like the little mabobby for that thing. I don't want to lose it. And topper. Oh no, I already lost the damn thing. It's fine. It's all fine. Okay, I'm just gonna put the threads through so we can all tie them together. Make sure that's taut. I don't know if that's supposed to be like that. I think I was supposed to do like here, then here. Not like, yeah. Well, we're going with it. If I find it doesn't work after, I'll see. I typically like my strings longer to put little dangles, but I didn't. That should have. Oops, sorry. That should have been like 3.5 lengths because it's also a longer. But, okay, well that's cute. I really like that. So satisfying after sewing in your signatures. Really love that. Okay, so that's really cute. I really like that. That's great. Okay, well, we're pretty much done. And that closes fairly good. Yeah, it does. We'll say it does. I think maybe, yeah, I think maybe it needs a little trimming. And we can always do a little trimming after they've been sewn. It's not a big deal. It's just because this part wasn't even, I'd say. It wasn't even Steven. See, you can see it from the top a bit. It's folding a bit. So I could have like cut a little smidget of the pages which I think I'll do. And I have enough room because I didn't put the pockets too much to the edge. Yeah, see, these are the tall ones, so they're in more. So that'll be fine. Oh, good thing I didn't put any tabs sticking out, because I put tabs for the, I put one tab. Where is it? This one. It was on the long page. But these journal pages, I can use a trim. Okay, and so I'm going to fill some of this up. Like so. Put that there. I can put these here, I think. No, that's a little snug. It's going to have to be smaller cards. Let's see where else I can put. Oh, I can put these here. Put these here. And put these here. Like that. Put another one. So you can like really stuff it. And we can put some here. Oh, the postcards would be really good here as well. And what else do I got? I got scraps. And we got these kind of envelope thingies. I could do like a little thing there, but I think I'll just leave that. Well, that won't fit. That's too wide. And we can go in here. Not the nicest guy. Where did my postcards go? I had cut them all up. That mostly. See, we have some tags here that we can. Whoever you're giving, well, we can give this to, they can do their own kind of embellishments for their tags. You know, they can add the toppers if they want. They can add the eyelets, the trim, all the good stuff that we like doing on tags. So we can put like a couple in here. Okay, it's really bothering me that I don't. Oh, we got these little journey, these ATCs. Oh, here they are. I knew I had them somewhere. So we'll put in front of those. There we go. And we got a bunch of these squares. So we can put these in here. Has it pocket? There we go. I can go in there. We can put some of these in there, like that. Actually, belly band. I think the glue spread a little bit. Put him through the bottom. Do that. Or we can just put a long tag as well. I'll just quickly cut that out. And there was more pages that I didn't print the whole kit out. So there's a lot more embellishments and stuff. Oh yeah, the pocket. This one will fit. Oh, we still got these cards too. Oh, here's a tag. And there's another card here. So we can put this one fits. And then we can put this one. Put that in there too. And let's just finish cutting this one. Put that one up there. And we got some I have some pockets on the inside. You can put. There's a triangle one that I. Oh, you can glue this one in here. Put a pocket there too. This color is a little. Anyway, you get the drift. I think you get the point. And it all comes together like it's, and you see, you can actually leave it open like this too. It's like you can have it closed on the inside. Close it in this way, and then put the journal like that if you didn't want to chop off some of the journaling part, or if you wanted to close it, then yeah, you can close it. And this could be your closure too. We could put like a little tab Velcro there, and it'll hold it together, or put a ribbon, a string, whatever the case may be. So I hope you enjoyed that. I hope that I give you some inspiration, and that on my messy desk. And that was an interesting project. I really enjoyed doing this. So again, thank you, Teri, for allowing me in the collaboration. This is not my last video. I signed up for another one on the 29th. It's coming. So I have another project, another digital that I'll be using. And so we'll see what, so I hope you come back and find out what the next one is. Be really appreciative. And oh my God, thank you for the new subscribers. I'm over 600. Last time I checked was like 609. I've jumped enormously in the last few weeks. I am so thankful, and I hope you come back to watch more. And that's it. So, and as always, let the serendipity find you in your crafting. We'll see you soon. Bye-bye.